You can't defy HOA! Funny, you just shut off my transformer.
When the HOA tried to teach me a lesson by cutting my power, they forgot one thing. I owned the transformer that powered their entire neighborhood. It all started when the HOA president, Mr. Douglas, decided my old farmhouse didn't fit their modern community image. He said my place lowered property values and demanded I pay some ridiculous beautification fee. I refused. That didn't sit well with him. One night, right at 8:17, the lights in my home flickered, then went black. Outside, I saw Douglas sitting in his SUV, smirking. He waved and drove off. But what the HOA didn't know was that my grandfather built this land long before their fancy subdivision ever existed. And the main electrical transformer for this entire area, it sat right here, on my property, installed before their HOA was even a thought. So I stayed calm. The next morning, I called the power company and reported unauthorized tampering. They told me I had the right to shut down the transformer for inspection. So I walked out, opened the panel, and flipped the master switch. Instant silence. One by one, the neighborhood went dark. Street lights off. Garage doors frozen mid-lift. Even the HOA office lost power. Minutes later, Douglas came storming up my driveway, face red, eyes wide. "Turn it back on!" he yelled. I just handed him the folder, the deed to my land. It clearly stated, the transformer is private property. I looked him dead in the eye. "You cut my power," I said. "Now you know how it feels." He called the county, tried to threaten legal action. But when the inspector arrived, the truth hit him like a truck. The transformer and the land it sat on belonged entirely to me. The HOA was fined for tampering with private utilities and forced to issue a public apology. A week later, I turned the power back on. The neighborhood lit up again, and Douglas came to my door, quiet this time. He offered his hand and said, "You win." I smiled. "It's not about winning," I said. "It's about respect. So the next time someone tries to walk over you, remember, the smallest switch can hold the greatest power. And hey, if you loved this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Because sometimes karma doesn't need words, just a flip of a switch.